big opportunity and just a great football game last week.
Yeah.
That ESPN3 national audience that you guys had, and just what were your impressions of your team coming out of that game?
I know this. They battle. Highs, lows, they battle. They battle to the very end. They play great competitive football. We're down 2 scores in the second half, and we get right back into a position that the ball's in our hands with a chance to go in to score, and unfortunately it doesn't go our way. So got a bunch of warriors in this team. The challenge we have right now, though, and it's something that I've got to fix, have the staff fix, and ultimately, when you don't come out that way, that don't come on the scoreboard you want it to have your way, it's my fault. And so there's guys who, when you have playmakers, the priorities start to flip, and guys are trying to make plays instead of just playing the game. We have got a talent on our roster that if they play the game, it's going to come to them, and it'll be anyone on our roster can make it happen. But I felt like there was a bit of a pressing, a bit of an over-eagerness to want to get out there and win, want to compete, that got us at times, I would think, over-emotional, over-desire to say, hey, we want to hit somebody, we want to go grab, we want to go make a play. I get it. I get the intentions. It's you appreciate. There's no malicious intent. You have to stay within the scope of the scheme and let it come to you. And that's something that we didn't do. They did a better job of doing that for themselves, and we have got to grow from that.
Coach, you talked a little bit about the resiliency of your team. On multiple occasions, you guys are down 2 scores and you responded. Where do you think that resiliency originates from on your team? Well,
it comes from just who these guys are. It comes from who you've discovered them to be since January, who they've trained them to be, how we play football here, what our culture is all about. You're going to be down 2 scores in life at some point. We're training our guys up to, hey, how do you respond instead of react to it? How do you find to keep swinging and get after it? I mean, football is a medium we use to train for life, and this is where now it helps us win a lot of football games by having this culture. And so we're not backing down from anything, and whatever the circumstances are, they know the only way to get over it is to go through it, and we're going to go through it, and we're going to keep swinging, and we're going to keep making sure that we're going to compete, because it's going to turn. We just ran out of time this game, and it's going to turn. So this is who life's going to end. Football life will end for them. The general population life is going to have. There's way more life outside of football, and we want these guys to be warriors in life, and I think that's where it comes from. It's a product of our culture.
So after playing this team once before, how has the training and preparation process changed for the second time around for the team?
You're talking about Simon Fraser coming up?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Transitioning to them, having done this for quite a while now with the GNAC, this is where people don't see it. It's very, very tough to play somebody twice. And so what you have is, number one, you do have to have the freshness of the game, which is a brand new game. We're going we're making the trip to Canada. They've gotten better watching the film. Miles Richardson, their quarterback, continues to be competitive, continues to be a real leader of that football team. They continue. They were in a dogfight against Humboldt last week. They came up short. So I'm seeing, as I look at all the teams as they keep progressing, we get all the film. Everyone in our team, our league, is getting better, and we're getting better. We got to keep getting better. So what we have to do is you take fresh eyes on this opponent. Who are they now versus who were they week 2 when we played them, and then you also adjust and say, who is your team now based on week 2. Some new strengths have developed for us. New opportunities have come for us. New ideas start generating. You get to know who your team is, and hey, this is where they really vibe. And the coaching staff starts to always say, as you go through the season, how do we keep putting in the best possible position that they can play free, play fast, and make the plays they want to make. And so we're evolving as much as everybody else is evolving. And so I look at it as a brand new game. And is there familiarity of the roster for this year? Yes, but I think that's about it. And there's no rule book against them changing schemes or us changing schemes and doing whatever we want to do. So you got to be prepared for whatever comes out of the tunnel and be great. Be great at what we do.
Coach, it was great to see your team really took care of the football this last week, and really over the course of the season, they've found ways to kind of make adjustments with what needs to happen. What kind of adjustments are you? How happy are you to see them kind of have developed that trait this far in the season, and what do you want to see them continue to develop and address in the second half?
Yeah, taking care of the football, I'm extremely happy about that. I thought we grew up a lot. I thought we got much better in this game. There was, when you have the injury bugs kind of hit us pretty hard, and so you got to remind guys, keep washing your hands. So the thing is, you saw with the brand new quarterback starting, you saw new receivers, a brand new line starting. I saw a lot of growth for offense take care of the football the way they did. It was outstanding. I saw special teams where maybe some people don't see. I saw a lot of growth in our special teams. I think Coach Rodriguez is doing a fantastic job of always developing these guys, and you saw the competitive spirit in the special teams. There's some new cast members in our defense that are getting a little more playing time, and you're starting to see them really improve their game. So there's a lot that I did see progress from the previous week to now. But you got the pedal's down now. You gotta keep moving forward, and you gotta progress hard, because there's no slowing down. We have 5 weeks left in the regular season. We want these 5 weeks to be tremendous weeks for us, but it all comes down to just today. How are we going to approach today? How are we going to do a film study with today? How are we going to have our attitude, and are we going to be recipients of corrective information, or are you going to view everything as criticism? If you view it as criticism, you become defensive, and become defensive, you basically shut down all opportunity to grow. And I don't. My team is not like that. There's a maturity about them. They receive information well. They receive the corrective information with open ears. But we'll see when they go in this meeting, because there's things that got to happen. We always say, hey man, your best day can't be yesterday. Your best day's got to be ahead, and we got to keep growing into it. And that's where I really believe this team's at.
Great. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you very much.